Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Hello, how you doing? Right, I've got some really great beginners tips from the early release open beta of Diablo 4. It's a pretty big learning curve. It's obviously a very grown-up adult game, so it's a lot to learn, a lot to pick up. But my best friend Buff One, who I was gaming earlier on with in a video a few like earlier on last week, two-man 150s, the wizard. He's hitting me up with these and told me to put them up. Let me show you guys how it's all done. And yes, after the open beta, you should be able to use these the next open beta next season, these hidden tips and tricks. And also, we will be back doing two-man smashing the leaderboards for season 28 of Diablo 3 as well after the beta's finished before the official release on the 6th of June for Diablo 4. So without further ado, let's get to it. Right, so where am I now? Just in the middle of nowhere, a pub. So we're in a place, the Covershad, if you want to see it on the map there. Right in the centre. It's the kind of the main town in Act 1. This is my guy. So we've got some okay gear here, you know. One thing you can do, your choice of attacks can mix between weapons. So for example, I'm a barbarian as always. We have a bludgeoning weapon, a slashing weapon, and we can dual wield. For example, the one I'm using now, lunge and strike. Fury generator, two-handed weapon. Frenzy, dual wielding, another generator. Rend, obviously we've maxed out because it's pretty popular. Challenge and shout, defensive, taunt enemies for gain 50%. Iron skin, you know, and ground stomp, which we all know and love. But anyway, let's get to the help and the things we can do and the beginner's tips that will make you truly uber when you're getting started and getting better at the game. So I've walked into the wrong door there already because I got lost because I'm still getting my grips myself. So we go to see this guy. You see the little thing on the map here, Damon, the Occultist. What the Occultist can allow you to do, you can extract an aspect from an item. For example, I've got a terrible level 3 ring here, but you can see I've got a level 16 ring there, which is much better. So I can put that ring and extract the secondary casting of double swing twice within seconds creates dust devil that deals 41% damage behind the target, barbarian only. So let's do this. What this will do with this will destroy the ring, as it tells you the item will be destroyed. It's very expensive, thankfully you can see I've got a good bit of gold there. It's got to cost 5,619 gold to extract that secondary or, sorry, aspect as they call it. So let's do it. There we've got it. So now, when you see the Occultist, you could imprint the aspect on another item and it has to be of rare quality or greater. So we can put the ring in there. If you can see in our inventory, equipment, consumables, quests, aspects, it was tarred up. We can put this and we have to drag it in now, so we can just go do item preview, and that's what we're going to create for 842 gold. And you can do this with pretty much anything. So I've just created that amazing ring, epic stats for my level, which I'm going to equip. So there's tip 1. So tip 2, if we can find here, same as always, the armor always works. You can buy and sell gear. You can salvage gear for consumables and things like that. This woman's going to be difficult to find if I can remember where she was. That's basically the equivalent of Kadala. So here she is. So Lisbeth basically is Kadala. I think I've pronounced the name right. So, but now it's very specific. So let's say what my terrible piece of gear is on here. Level 16, level 14, level 19, level 16. All my gear is quite good, but let's just a level 11 harmonious cleaver, so a one-handed axe. We want a better one. We want to get a rare or even better legendary axe. We can roll for it with obols, and because this is the curiosity event, the purveyor of curiosities. So let's say the axe, let's roll 3 of them because we've got 280 of those obols, 50 of them per roll.
Not much, is it?
See, it's giving me terrible rolls because my axe was too
Well,
good.
try
Oh,
again.
obviously, like, it's never going to give me anything good for the level of gear I've got, but it's the same as what Kadala would do in Diablo 3, which is absolutely, absolutely awesome. Now, finally and lastly, but not least, we have elixirs of the really serious stuff. So we want to see Veroka the Alchemist now. You can see I had to check my notes to remember all this because this is not just not this, but there's quite a lot of stuff as well. So elixirs. So when you get past certain levels, you can not only increase your healing potion, but you can create elixirs that do things. For example, one that's just highly suggested. Boss fights low level can be very difficult. So, for example, we've got the weak elixir of cold resistance, weak elixir of fire, weak elixir of lightning, weak elixir of poison, weak elixir of shadow, weak third eye elixir. They all do different things, you can see, but the one we want, weak iron barb elixir, increases arm by 50, thorns by 25, and experience by 5% for 30 minutes. So when you get that boss fight, you got the armor increase, you're causing a bit more damage, and you gain 5% experience, and that lasts for 30 minutes. So this is very World of Warcrafty, so we can craft it for 1,000 gold now, which I'm going to do.
There's a
And
fine
now you see the consumables tick up there. Thank you very much. Consumables pops up. There's the elixir there now. So when we get a next boss fight, we're going to use that. Get the armor, get the bit of thorns damage, get the 5% experience for the boss fight, which is absolutely fantastic. Also in two-man, when you go to in bigger groups, you can warp to each other, teleport to each other, communicate with each other, and trade equipment and gear, which is not something you could previously do in this game. But you can trade equipment between you and your friends at any level, or you can trade gold as well. So let's say one of you guys wants to join me, or one of my good friends wants to join me who's never played the game before. I could just hit them up with 1,000 gold up front. It's fantastic, really. I say our normal vendor, an armorer, salvage gear, repair, upgrade weapons, which is something really nice. Well, I'll just use this piece of junk here. I don't really want to spend 5 grand to upgrade it. We can upgrade it, and that's what you'll get. An extra 3 damage per second, 0.09 extra damage to healthy enemies, and 0.05, so 0.5% chance extra critical strike damage. Also, same with these guys. Armor vendor. See, the stuff's not as good as I've wearing, so I wouldn't buy anything. And also a weapons vendor. See, it's not worth buying anything because it's not near as good as what I've got equipped. But these little things can help turn your character from being quite good to quite uber. Not that long a video. I'm pretty sure by time zones allowing, because I play on the US servers, we've got like half an hour before this current open beta expires, but depending if there's a wipe or not, which I'm not actually sure about right now. Hopefully if you've been playing this open beta you can continue if you have level to 25, because as you can see I'm only level 19, so I'm not going to make it. And if not, there's a wipe, we know where to start, where we're going on and moving on and forward in the game when it's released. I hope that really helps you guys anyway, especially for next weekend when the open beta 2 starts. Any questions, any comments, leave below, and please hit the thumbs up like button down below, hit the subscribe button above, and thanks very much to Buff1 for helping me out with these epic tips, because I wouldn't have been able to do it without you, bro. And just thanks very much again. Hope you all enjoyed, and have a good day, everyone. Happy Monday.